Welcome back, everybody. A bit of analysis here and demonstration of angled start. An angled start is performed on the B license practical driving test. So during that test, the examiner will assess your ability to execute this procedure. It can come in the form of two ways. Firstly, if you've been given a parallel park, part of the B license test, once you've finished and executed that maneuver, because you need to be able to bring the car to a stop within 2 car lengths, that would be sufficient to be able to use the angled start. The other opportunity is when you're just asked to find somewhere safe, legal and convenient to pull over on the left. The examiner will see a vehicle in front, and then they will probably direct you to bring the vehicle to the correct distance away from the vehicle in front in order to execute this angled start. So this example here, I'll just let the tape run. So I'm bringing the vehicle in here within reasonable distance from the curb. It's important here to get the vehicle straight and the wheel straight. And I'm securing the car, and that would be handbrake, neutral, and then a cancel of an indicator once been applied. And once this is done, the examiner will ask you to drive on when you're ready. In terms of observations moving off, this is obviously entirely situational, dependent upon the situation that you're in and the environment that you're in. So once that's been completed, and then we'll be looking at making a decision to move off. Now, in terms of the observations, this is slightly different from if you were just moving off from the side of the road where there's no vehicle in front, in terms of, because lots of steering input needs to take place here to go around this red vehicle in front in this example. That is going to take longer in terms of time than if you were moving off at an efficient angle. Therefore, the distance or the time that you need to allow for vehicles from behind is going to increase. In addition to that, you've got the observations that are in front of you that you can see peripherally. The angle of view around the red car is restricted by definition. How you can mitigate this, there's several options. The first one is your body position. Moving your body, moving your head to your right, over towards the driver's side window, will massively increase the angle of view around the red car in front. In terms of using an indicator or use of an indicator in these situations, again, they're entirely situational. Just a few things to bear in mind. In lots of times and lots of occasions, indicators help people more in front of you than they do behind you. And this is another example of it. So when you've made your decision and you've come to the decision point that you're going to proceed because you've done all round observations and you can't see anything behind you that's going to impact, you're not going to make them slow, swerve or stop in front, and you're not going to hinder flow, and you've made that decision, because the restriction of the view in front of you around the red car, unless it's going to confuse anybody, and again with signalling or indicating, if it means more than one thing, sometimes on occasion you might be better not to use it. But in this occasion, if it's not going to confuse anybody, there would be an advantage to putting a right indicator on as you're leaving, because any oncoming cars probably won't track the speed of your car with it being relatively slow because of the maneuver that you need to do. That light would draw attention, and that would help them in their decision making and planning process. They would be aware of it. They would anticipate what you may do, and they may plan by changing their speed. So in this situation that we've got in front of us, I would put a right indicator on as I'm leaving. I'd release the handbrake, I may be covering the brake depending on the gradient, and I would apply a right indicator. So that's that in terms of the indicator. So I hope this helps. So we've discussed a bit of methodology and analysis of the angled start regarding observations, planning, and the use of a right indicator. Hope that helps.